Welcome to the Commissioner's Report. I'm Miles Vance. To put it simply, our county commissioners are busy people. But what exactly are they doing for the county when they're not in the boardroom? Today, I'm joined by District 4 Commissioner Martha Santiago, and we're going to discuss her member and liaison assignments, as well as how you can get more involved in local government. Commissioner Santiago, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. So, you have a lot of different responsibilities, and I think that's something that is very visible when you're out in the community participating in these different committees, different assignments, different liaison opportunities. I want to start out by talking about the Winter Haven Economic Development Council. Obviously, Winter Haven is a place that's very significant for you, and the Economic Development Council is a great way of encouraging businesses to settle in that area. Can you talk to us a little bit about your work with the EDC in Winter Haven?
Absolutely. As part of our committees, we're responsible to serve on quite a few of them. In fact, I serve on 10 committees.
Wow.
Each commissioner serves on at least 9 to 10 committees. One of them is the EDC from Winter Haven, and I'm glad to serve in there. Winter Haven is my town, that's where I live, and so I have special interest in what goes in there. And basically what we do, we meet every other month for at least an hour, hour and a half, and we discuss different projects that are coming to the community. And we give input as to what the type of project it is, what it's seeking, making sure that everything that we need to do aligns with what the project needs so that we can bring these businesses into Polk County. We need them. We have many people that are coming into Polk County, as you know, Miles.
Absolutely.
And we need jobs for these people. So serving on this committee is really very special to me, to make sure that we keep our economy moving forward. Not only for Winter Haven, but for the whole county, because when one is successful, one area is successful, the rest of the county is successful with that.
Absolutely. And when residents of Winter Haven want to, be active participants in their local economy, of course, one of the ways they can do so is by supporting local businesses. What are some other ways that they can get involved and support the economy?
Well, I always encourage people to get involved, become knowledgeable about what's going on. And the best way to do it is sometimes just go to these committees. They're open, they're for the public. So they could listen to the conversations, discussions, what's in the pipeline, things like that. And just becoming knowledgeable about what's going on in Winter Haven, they can then eventually, as we go to events and activities throughout the county, they see me or they see the director for the EDC, and they could give their input. I think it's important. I think it's important for me to hear from other people what's going on, what they think, what they see that is valuable, so that I can make the right decisions, have enough information to make the right decision.
Absolutely. So shifting gears a little bit, let's talk about transportation in Polk County. You're obviously involved in the Transportation Planning Organization, TPO, as well as the Citrus Connection, which operates those buses that we see around the county. Talk to us a little bit about what transportation means for you and why it's important to have good transportation in Polk County. Transportation
is a big topic, and one that really concerns all the commissioners. We all serve on the TPO, which is the Transportation Committee. And then I serve on the Citrus Committee, which deals with the buses and having enough transportation for people to get around Polk County. I'm going to start there because that's really important for me. Most of our people need the buses, and the buses are throughout. In fact, when I first started as a county commissioner, we didn't have any in the northeast part of the county. And through my work with the Citrus Connection, we were able to do that. People need transportation to get to work, to get to the doctors, to get to shop, to do all those things. We take it for granted because I have a car, so I could just easily get in my car and just go. But that's not true for everybody in the county, of course. So having this transportation is vital for the people in our county. Then the TPO part, and it all deals with transportation, but then this one deals specifically with roads and deals with just going on like 27, I-4 and things like that. And they present to us and we give them input and information that they need to make the right decisions. One of the things that they've been talking a lot in the TPO is the Sunrail train to come into from Osceola to Haines City area. So these conversations are real important. I must warn you, Miles, it doesn't happen overnight.
Oh, absolutely.
So just the mere fact of people, again, coming to our TPO meetings, because they're public meetings. They can sit, listen, provide input, and that way we could work towards making our county a better county. So it's really, really important that we do that.
And if our viewers out there go to website polktpo.com, I believe they can participate in surveys, which give the TPO a great idea of what the needs are of the county. And it's all about meeting the needs of the people who live here. And I think people have the opportunity to express their needs and their desires, and that's something that's really great about living here.
Absolutely, and TPO doesn't do anything that unless they put it out first to the public to get information. In fact, we were looking at the Northeast Polk County Expressway, and I went to the one in Haines City, and I was really pleased to see the amount of citizens that are going out to these meetings, looking at the designs, asking questions, providing their input. That's what it's all about. It doesn't only come from us. It comes from the people providing the information or their perspective or their ideas for us. So when we make a decision, we make a wise decision. What's best interest for our county.
Absolutely. Well, finally, I want to talk a little bit about the arts. And we have a great artistic scene here in Polk County. And you're part of the Arts, Culture, and Heritage Committee, as well as part of PACA, the Polk Arts and Cultural Alliance. Can you talk to us a little bit about the work that you do there?
Well, I'm going to start with the Polk Culture and Heritage Committee, because this is really interesting. Through the Tourist Development Council, we put aside a certain amount of money for the arts. First of all, arts is very important for our county. Unfortunately, arts is usually the first thing that's cut out when the budget is in, well, we just don't have the money for it. We see that in schools and we see it in the community. So my goal here is to keep this going. The ACH, as we call it, generates a certain amount of money so cities can put on different art programs, different art, like Mayfair. So we give the money, Bach Towers, all these places, so they could put on arts program for the community to enjoy. I think it's a wonderful idea. And again, this is all throughout Polk County, so not one specific place. So when they go to these art festivals or art activities or whatever it is, people need to understand that that's what the ACH does. It provides the funds for these organizations to put their arts program in. Then the PACA, P-A-C-A, does a little bit more of a focus on the specific art programs in Polk County. So we do like the booklet that we advertise all the arts that are going on, all the activities, all the events that are taking place at Polk County, and we try to gear that also a lot to our tourists. So we put the magazines into the hotels and things like that. So when people come, they come and they enjoy Polk County. That's the way we provide the information for them.
Certainly, and well, not just for our visitors, but also for our current residents, because understanding the arts in your local area is a great way of understanding the local culture and understanding the community that you are in and the history of that community. A lot of that is communicated through art. And what I think is really great about the PACA and the opportunities that it presents is most of this stuff is free. There's
Absolutely.
Obviously there's admissions at places like Bach Tower and things like that, but you can go walk around Mayfair all you want. I mean, that is a 3-mile circumference lake, and you can just walk around it all day long and see all these different wonderful artists that live in Polk County and that create work that mirrors the beauty of Polk County as well. And so I think that's something that's really phenomenal.
Well, and PACA, the arts bring the community together. It brings people together. It helps with volunteering. It helps with the children. It helps with parents. And I love the arts. I can't do any kind of drawing except stick figures. I'm still in that level. But you need people like me that appreciate the arts.
Right.
And then we have a lot of people in Polk County that appreciates the art. And yes, a lot of these events are free, and they can go to it and enjoy it. But when you say free, it really comes from the monies of Polk County as they pay their taxes, and we utilize that money to help pour it back into our community so people could enjoy that.
Absolutely. It's about balancing the fiscal responsibility and also the quality of life.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, well, finally, we have about a minute left here. Let's talk about how people can get involved. We have great volunteer opportunities for people who live in Polk County. There's RSVP Polk, there's volunteering through the website, polk-county.net. Talk to us about what sort of opportunities are available for people who want to be more active in their community.
Yeah, besides the regular board that I just mentioned, the board meetings that we attend to, and people can go in there and be actively involved with them and listening and participating in that. Then we also have the county committees that we have, like the planning committee and a couple of others. I just say that people that need to and want to volunteer, there's just multiple ways of doing that. All they have to do is contact the county commissioners that they represent, or any county commissioners, because we represent all of the county, and let us know what interests them. You know, some people like some people just like to volunteer in festivals and be part of that, but some people like to be a little bit more specific in what they want to do. Some people are interested in transportation. Some other people are interested in I don't know, making Polk County beautiful again. I mean, we've got so many things that people can get involved. And the more people get involved in these kind of things, the better our county's going to be. Because, Miles, we can't do it alone. We're just commissioners trying to move our county forward. The ones that really make a difference in what we do are our people. So multiple ways of getting involved. Check out our website, which is full of information.
Yes.
You know, go into these specific communities or committees and find out about them and see where they fit the best. And that's what I recommend to people. That's what I do.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I recommend to people.
And folks, if she's got time for it, you've got time for it. So thank you so much for joining us, Commissioner Santiago.
Absolutely. Yes, appreciate it. Thank you so much for always inviting me.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.